One item was banned from the NBA for making players too good. Another player lost millions of dollars just for wearing a pair of shoes. These are some of the craziest items that are banned from the NBA. First, we have one of the most iconic accessories in the history of the NBA, the black face masks. Now masks have been in the NBA for a long time. Rip Hamilton broke his nose in 2003 and wore a face mask for the rest of his career. But in March of 2012, after Dwayne Wade broke the one and only Kobe Bryant's nose in the All-Star game, Kobe decided to put on a black face mask. Kobe had the black mask made because the clear mask fogged up too much for him, but even with the new mask, he only wore it for one half because of discomfort. After seeing the Mamba wear the mask, many players caught on, including Kyrie Irving in December of 2012 when he dropped 40 points wearing it. In the beginning, the NBA was okay with it, but when LeBron James wore it, he became a literal superhero. On the night of February 27, 2014, LeBron put on the black mask for what was the last time in NBA history. He scored an incredible 31 points on 13 for 19 shots, and after that game, the NBA told LeBron not to wear the mask anymore and banned the black mask forever. Next up, we have one of the strangest items ever banned in the NBA: straws.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yes, you heard that right. The NBA banned straws. When Caron Butler was a teenager, he started chewing straws to calm himself down, and it became a habit. Then, in 2002, he was drafted into the NBA and began chewing straws in every game he played. In 538 games with the Heat, Lakers, and Wizards, the NBA never branded up, but once he was traded to the Mavericks, the NBA decided something had to change. After only 4 games played with the Mavericks, the NBA immediately decided that chewing straws had to be banned. Now we suspect this might have had something to do with Mark Cuban, but it sure is strange, and in our opinion, the NBA should have just let it go. But what's even crazier than the NBA banning straws is that there was once a shoe that made players so good that the league had no choice but to ban it. In 2010, a shoe brand called Athletic Propulsion Labs created a game-changing shoe. They claimed that their shoe could increase your vertical and promised to make players jump higher. The shoes were called the Concept Ones, priced at a crazy $300. But hey, anything to add those extra inches. The shoe was designed to compress and then release, giving off a spring effect. The shoe also looked legit, so the NBA immediately caught on. In test studies that the brand did, participants managed to jump up to 3.5 inches higher while wearing the boots, which is crazy.
Never been able to do that either.
First time you ever done that?
Yeah. I can feel it's easier to jump. I can actually kind of feel the rebound as well. Not 4 inches, 2 to 4 inches, but I did get higher. I got my wrist above it a few times. I've never done that before.
The NBA then banned the shoe before players could even get a chance to wear them due to an unfair advantage. This isn't the only shoe that the NBA has banned from the league. In fact, this shoe actually cost the player who created them a hefty amount. And the player definitely isn't just a regular player. This player was actually Michael Jordan. Yep, the NBA banned a pair of Michael Jordan shoes on October 18, 1984, before ever making it to an NBA game. The very famous Air Jordan 1 bread. You see, back in 1984, the NBA was a lot stricter on uniform rules. Since these infamous Air Jordan 1s didn't fit the color scheme that the NBA had, they decided to prohibit the shoes from being worn. MJ didn't listen, so the NBA decided to fine him $5,000 every time he wore them in a game. However, this didn't stop Jordan. Back then, $5,000 was a lot of money considering he was only making $500,000 per year, but Nike actually went out of their way to pay the fines for Michael so he could keep wearing them. In 1985, the NBA sent Nike a letter telling them not to let Jordan wear the shoes, but Nike took this and created an advertisement about how they were banned.
On September 15th,
Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike.
I guess you could say they took it a little personally. Although the NBA banning the shoes didn't stop MJ, the league banning another item did manage to stop a different NBA superstar from wearing his accessory. One of the Celtics' all-time greats, Chris Paul.
Oh my gosh, my favorite point guard, Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul, man. What's up, man? Who? You ain't Chris Paul?
Nah, who are you?
Oh, you ain't Chris? Oh, you wrong person?
We mean Rajon Rondo used to always wear his headband upside down when playing games. In 2010, Rondo frequently wore his headband the wrong way around, and the NBA did not like it. They thought that it made the league look bad and it wasn't good for their marketing. So they decided to bring in a new rule that prohibited players from wearing their headbands either upside down or inside out just so they could get their marketing in. Even though Rondo was known for always wearing a headband in his games, he became so salty when they banned it that instead of flipping the headband around, he decided to boycott the headband altogether and just stop wearing it. Now, all the way back in 1980, there was a new accessory that was becoming very popular not only in the NBA but in the world as a whole: the gold chain. When league superstar Daryl Dawkins, who played center for the 76ers at the time, started to wear gold chains in the games he was playing, the NBA immediately began to take note of it. Many other players caught onto the trend and started wearing them to look fashionable in-game. Unfortunately, the NBA did not like this new fashion statement. They eventually decided not only to get rid of shiny gold chains, but to get rid of necklaces altogether. The league claimed that it was a safety hazard and that players were banned from wearing them in the game, but this definitely didn't stop players from spending big on chains off the court. Although the league banned the chain in 1985, the best player in the league, Michael Jordan, decided to get into some mischief. He chose to wear his gold chain in the dunk contest.
He wants us judges to see that too.
Almost the length of the court he's going to go from. Here comes Michael Jordan. Flies. They love it. So does Michael Jordan.
And his foot was honest to that tape.
Which gave us this infamous photo. Although the league didn't like this, they decided to let it slide. Now, the NBA has had some pretty crazy items that they have banned, which are quite interesting. Still, one NBA player has had some even more exciting events happen in his life. Joel Embiid.
What did the grapes say when he got stepped on?
What?
Not much, he just let it out of a little wine. This is stupid.
We know that you want to hear more about what he has done, so make sure that you check out our other videos to see more.